What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with our final episode here of the Triton cash game in London. We're playing short deck. We're playing 3,000, 6,000 pounds ante.
It's gonna be sick playing a tournament.
That's a big deal.
Hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. The action has been crazy, as you'd expect with short deck. See immediately Liu Ming opening here to 28,000 pounds.
Shit, I bet you like 300.
See ST here, slow playing queens. Jason Kuhn with a really strong hand.
All in.
He is going to go all in, 491,000. Starts off with a bang. That will make it 494 total with his first ante. Liu Ming has 290. Looks like he's ready to fold. I don't think ST is going to be so convinced, but ST, incredible player. We do see a small edge for Jason, but there is a lot of dead money in the pot. He's going to get rid of it. Does not think he's going to be up against Jackson Ace Queen there too often. Obviously he blocks Ace Queen with 2 queens in his hand, so if he thinks that the portion of aces and kings in Jason Kuhn's particular range becomes bigger, then he might be drawing very slim. It's very cool to see something like that. We don't very often see people make big laydowns like that in short deck, and it could be very well be one of those things that sets apart a crusher like ST, where a lot of people think, oh, I think I'm, you know, committed to this spot, this hand plays itself, where he thinks, no, I just don't think this is a good spot. Jason Kuhn gets rid of the jack, which is good. Middle pair always has a lot of outs, big chance to win. See Liu Ming here call with a gut shot. Of course, for the people that need a refresher, ace counts as a 5 as well. The deuces, 3s, 4s, and 5s are gone from the deck. The ace can function as a 5, meaning that Liu Ming can make a straight with a 7 here. And now also a 10 with that queen on the turn. Jason Kuhn is sort of protecting, shutting out equity here. He just wants to take the spot right now. He definitely does not want to call. He's targeting exactly the hands that Liu Ming has. Of course, you might think, well, they only have a gut shot anyway, but as you can see, it's still 29% chance to win. On top of that, if Jason Kuhn checks and he's facing a bet, it's going to be very hard to play. So you might end up folding the best hand most of the time. Whereas now, he might just take it down against the hand that has a lot of equity. Wang Jun is saying you should play faster. I mean, that's what I hope. I recently found out that we have Mandarin subtitles now, so maybe all of my guesses have been off. Pretty sick raise there from Liu Ming. I mean, when somebody takes a little bit longer, but they make a really cool bluff, I don't mind seeing it. I really like that play. I think Liu Ming also has a great image for those sort of plays. Definitely not tight, but solid. Just somebody that you're going to give a little bit more credit of having a hand like King 10 there, or, you know, raising a hand with a set. ST opening it up to 9 antes, 27,000 pounds.
我打到17，你没看见？哦，打
打27，打27不去了。
Liu Ming didn't see the raise. Of course, in cash games like this, that's not going to be a problem.
戴上这个眼镜，看见那个片儿是黄
If you
的。
call and you didn't see a raise, you just get to take your chips back. It's all very amicable. This guys play together a lot.
本来就有点像，离得远看见就是单人丢出来一个片儿。 Liu Ming with a pretty strong hand here.
30几万我还在那里扣，
Bunch of calls.
操你奶奶！
These are strong hands. 9-8 suited, pretty strong. Queen 10 suited, reasonably strong. So, ST flops bottom pair. Wang Jun beats him a little bit with sevens. Not going to be too happy with that board though. Maybe as checks go along. And now Ten Xuan loses chance of hitting a gut shot. There he gets out ahead.
再去了，
Just a nice little 30,000 pounds
没对儿，没对儿。
for your efforts.
哎呀，妈的，对七早早的推下去就好了，妈的，哇，对
Wang
七
Jun is so
就
funny.
哇，几十万在里面有130啊，对七的丢下去就好了，呐，对七怎么丢呢？可以丢了，思路丢下去前跑。
可以起点嘛，要不要
This cash game
Like a
played
cheat, huh?
during Triton Million.
我全高
Last
啊！
year in
你
August,
起
biggest
码
poker
我
tournament
的
ever
把
held.
水平跟你们打差一
These
样
are also some of the biggest cash games ever shown on TV.
啊，起码，起牛，起码，起牛，起码。
It's incredible that we have eyes on a game like this. Just to be a fly on the wall.
Go 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 go.
Let me look. Let me look.
Go 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 go.
How much?
44，30几万，40几万。Go go 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 go.
Yeah, it's hard for Jason Kuhn because he has Tan Xuan behind him. Who covers him by a lot. So in this spot, you're not necessarily thinking about the 38,000 pounds and
Wow,
how you do
yeah,
there, but how are you going to do against a guy in a side pot?
给我来一个10分10分
He's pretty much calling out what he needs.
操你
He
妈！
wants to see sevens. Alright, so Ten Xuan flops the best of it. Jason Kuhn with a gut shot. The gut shot in short deck is about as powerful as an open and a straight draw or flush draw even
哇，两个都没料。
in no limit hold'em.
再来个7分，
7.
把那输掉了，操你妈，输够，没有赢输够，没有赢输够，我赢了，
Wang Jun is just monologuing through
没
this
有输够，
hand.
我赢了，打开，没用，输够没有，摸7分，尖箭头，哇，
Grabs the chips himself.
我
That's
知道没有输够，我肯定赢
123,000.
了，这个吧，嘿。40几万，100。
Wang Jun has given us so much awesome content over the past Triton seasons.
牌那么黑，全部是这样输了，你有什么？你
What a
看
character.
这牌就是这样输的嘛，对不对？啊，谈了吧？
酸肚子酸的，胃酸的。
And she won the big winner so far. It's a little bit hard because players are allowed to take money off whenever they get more than 500,000 pounds. It makes a lot of sense for a game like short deck if you see how often you just have to go in with a flip to avoid a little bit playing insane pots, insane flips. Also, some people just don't like to play this game deep, and with so many rebuys, the game is bound to get deep. Gets a bit tighter when it's deep as well. So it's to their own choice. Ten Xuan did not take that option, is playing about 1.5 million. we've seen some other people take off some chips when they got to 500. So therefore, it's a little bit hard to estimate who's up how much. I think Jason Kuhn, from what he was saying, seems to be about even.
12,000. Out.
Jason takes a stab at this one. He's in a good position. A lot of times when you see a lot of checks to you on the flop, it could mean that somebody is slow playing, or when they're out of position, they just want to see what the rest of the people do. But when people check to you twice, you start to think about protection betting, some light value betting, which is exactly what he was doing there. Be interesting. Liu Ming kind of thinking with his hands there. That's something you don't always want to do. If you're going over the amount of chips, you put him back. If that represents real doubt. But in this case, it might actually come off strong, as if it's acting. He has a 10. He thinks, well, I block some straights. I can represent some straights. I don't want to perhaps lose to a hand like King 10 or King 9. Jason Kuhn going full beautiful mind there for a second. I really like the way Liu Ming is playing. He's just somebody that I think I would just give a lot of respect if I was playing him in a cash game, you know? You feel like you take a lot of marginal pots from him, so at the same time it's okay to let some of those bets go. Because that's kind of the range of hands you put him on. Just solid, bluffs when he needs to. Solid does not mean tight, you know, just bluffs when he needs to, play solid ranges. But I think he really circumvents that image very well with bets like that, and the last race we saw on the turn. Really class. Alright, so we see Liu Ming and Wang Jun pairing their 10. Both need a 9 for a straight. Obviously, Wang Jun's straight would be better. ST with a gutter. Nikita with a double gut shot. Very powerful hand. 30% to win this.
How much? 12. 12万。
Usually, from my experience, when people hold their chips in their hand, they're very likely to use them. When people have like a roll of chips in their hand, it makes it so easy to throw a couple in. Does not do it. Still also with the double gut shots here with the king high, so you can end up taking it. And king high is still good. And this is a case of whoever wants it most gets it.
28,000.
Very likely that he'd be check calling with hands with a 9 in it. Really like this lead. We see some really nice smart play in small pots here. Lots of times when people that primarily play no limit hold'em, they look at a game like pot limit Omaha or short deck, and they see big pots and they see people all in all the time, and it's very easy to say this game is just a bunch of gambling. I was definitely guilty of that looking at PLO 9-10 years ago. But there's so much technical play in the small pots and the small situations, and you know, I mean, you might be all in a lot, but if you're going to be the guy with 55% all the time instead of 45%, you're still going to print. So it's very cool to see those small marginal situations played by some of the best in the world.
哎，来个牛扒，煎个牛扒。 啊，你爬。
So even here, Jason Kuhn outflopping Tan Xuan. Jason with the top 2 pair, Tan Xuan with top pair and a gut shot. Tan Xuan at 44%. I think over all these episodes we've been hammering down on the percentages, but I think it really shows how important equity or value in a pot is with certain hands.
7成啊，8成，手啲。
Sometimes you might think, wow, why is somebody putting in so many chips with an open ender? And then you look at the percentages and you see, okay, it's because he has 50%. And there, Jason Kuhn fills up, makes a boat. That's a small bet. Let's see if Tan Xuan is tempted to raise it. If Tan Xuan puts his opponent on value betting something like Queen Jack, King Jack, and he might be very tempted, or even a hand like Queens or Kings.
大家都快一点，大家都快一点。1, 2, 44。
Oh, there he goes. I really love this bet by Jason Kuhn. You might get raised by a straight, and you might get hero called by something like a single 9 or single 8. You never know. And as we know, flushes beat full houses in short deck, but there's not a flush on board,
搞2种筹码就行了，对吧？
meaning that Jason Kuhn has the nizzles.
黑的就行了。
一样的，一样的。
我这两个颜色太像啊，
啊，
这两个颜色太像了。
我们就搞2个颜色，就是人不够了，对吧？1000和5000的就行了，对吧？
Let's see if he's gonna go for something small,
没办法。
kind of clicking it back, so to say.
一半。
225, so
对吧？
rather large raise.
25,000。
I think at this point Jason is thinking, I don't think I'm gonna get called by a straight very often, so let's just go for a big sizing so I at least tax a hand like 7s or 8s. Could have played this very much the same. Oh my god. Tan Xuan blocks a jack.
Call.
What an amazing play by Tan Xuan there. He blocks a jack, so he's thinking, if my opponent has 9s, 7s or 8s, I'm gonna put the maximum amount of pressure on him.
还叫钱 call 啊？
This is not a play that he made because he had a straight. This is purely because he had a jack with it.
头嚟的这个，还 call。
And
这种牌
That is a
最能
huge
输了
pot
2万块钱，对不
for
对？
Jason
输2
Kuhn.
万块钱，你这才输了几百万。
That got out of hand real quick.
Was it just 4-bet river?
摸鱼头那个
Yeah.，413,000.
这真是摸鱼头。
A pot well over 800,000 pounds.
500啊，600。那个这种牌行啊，20万都不止。我不骗你的。
This was such a beautiful hand of short deck. The bet sizing's picked by Jason Kuhn, and then the fact that Tan Xuan immediately lets go the thought, I have a straight, am I good or not? It's like, my opponent is either bluffing or he has a full house. What can I do against full houses and bluffs here? I have a jack in my hand, so it's unlikely he has jack 9 or jack 8, or less likely.
输给我就好了。
对。
啊，这是不是低了？
Such a sick move. Doesn't work this time, but you have to respect it. Jason Kuhn wins 870,000 pounds in that pot,
Yeah, I'll play it after this hand. That's fine.
啊，你还 all in 一下。
in a hand that was like 30,000 pounds on the river.
But like I said at the
That's,
beginning of the night, I'll never be playing more than 500
他
after
送
a
给
hand.
人家，我们就很能打，你知道他输钱跟
that's 100%.
对不对啊？他人家
The
送人
crazy
家
spot we've seen so
我们就
far.
很能打，对不对？你他输钱送一点，我们就没得打。他这样送，
It's 30, teacher.
他这样送法，
I'm sitting here in my chair just leaning back and thinking, wow, that was crazy. All right. Jason Kuhn with a big stack. Already was saying to the fact that he's not playing more than 500s. I don't know if that goes for this hand. I heard him say something to somebody. Look like his stack still is 850. Another pretty big flop for Jason here. 56% favorites. Nikita raising pre-flop. Gonna pot control this one. That's a great turn for him.
对不对啊？那我还得划算一点点。
Was already losing to Jack 9. Only loses to Ace Jack here.
哎，这输的没办法。
But beats a lot of other hands.
白送，这是白送了。要么你勾勾我 A 勾，人家还有一半。对对对，对不对啊？有的没办法。啊，
It's a little bit awkward for Jason. He blocks exactly the hands he wants his opponent to have on this board. But at the same time, it's a little awkward check calling.
All in.
I mean, yeah, my hand is very strong. I just,
I like this move by Jason.
I mean, I obviously never fold in this hand, so
We have aces.
I think we.
My hand's pretty good too.
Yeah,
一半一半了，对不对？一半这，
I'll take it.
一半一半的牌。大家这个。
Really like that move from Jason. Puts so much pressure.
So it's 6 Jack and hearts. At least I'm having King of Hearts. How many outs is it?
It's a lot.
4, no,
Yeah.
3 and
Don't bother
8.
counting, mate.
Actually, just 11.
Ah, just 11 in short deck.
一张牌嘛，要13跟15嘛，对不对？哪怕你妈
That's not it.
Coach this.
也没办法了。
Nice break, and we see another 500k pot. I love this game. It's so cool too, like that move from Jason Kuhn just shows if you can make your opponent hate his life when they have
Feels
top 2
like a really
pair.
loose pill on the pre-flop, huh?
Wow.
Pretty live.
The little after needle, Makita wins a 500k pot.
给那个叫什么来着？他叫
Gives some strategic advice to Jason Kuhn.
Yeah, I got it, man. I got it, brother.
Jason
Yes.
big fish。
Big fish. No, too strong.
哎，
I would have folded sevens.
嗯，
I would have just folded sevens. I'm playing 500.
Yeah, there you go. Talking about the pot against the bench one.
Jason， 你波斯沃。
If I lose a 500k pot and somebody tells me, oh, I think that's a little bit loose pre-flop, I'm climbing over the table, trust me.
Out.
The needles are really fun in this game. I think that's just Mikita's poker mind. He's just going over the hand immediately. It's not even like a needle that you see a lot in these Triton cash games. It's just like, oh, I wonder. And Schweiner with the best of it. Get some value and protect. If your bets with marginal hands can make your opponents fold hands with reasonably big percentages, you are winning a lot with a bet. And in short deck, people have pretty big win chances with any type of hand, on any type of flop mostly. So getting bets through on the flop is really valuable. And Schwen here doing the same thing on the turn, protecting his king. I think it's very unlikely that his opponent calls with ace high. That's a great assessment. I think the only hands you're worried about with an ace are ace 6, ace 9. I mean, sometimes maybe ace 7, ace 8 because they have gut shots. But I think if you look at the size of the bets, compared to the risk of being called, and then compared to all the hands you make fold, it works very well.
Go.
Man, can I have Wang Jun over for Christmas dinner? That's amazing.
That was sick. That was a sick flop.
You mean king, the other one?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't put it in on the flop.
I mean, yeah, we were no matter what, it was happening for both of us after that board.
I mean, there is many turns I could.
Yeah,
away.
for sure you could give up a couple, but there are not many turns I'm not putting the sack in.
Yeah, all right, Mikita. Let us enjoy this one.
怕什么鬼？
Yeah, but king queen's sweet against my jam.
把这茶水端掉啊，
You like have me over two paired often.
端掉跟那拿这代替的。
All right, so Wang Jun trailing in terms of kicker and top pair against Mikita Bajikowski. ST has top pair and a gutter. And that is actually a straight for Jason Kuhn. It's so easy to even not see those. It's a limp pot, so Mikita gonna be a little bit more wary of a 6, especially if Jason gives him any action, because Jason is on a button. Jason's gonna slow play and checks, and now ST has a straight.
Tight check.
Two pair.
I got a wheel.
Maybe I could take it.
No.
ST trying to get Jason to bluff. I like that play. Guy on the button, when there's a one card straight out there, will oftentimes take a shot at it because he's the only guy that can have every single occurrence of that straight. For instance, somebody is not going to call Jack 7 offsuits in mid-position,
I'm
but
just gonna
Jason is going to have
check it
it
back
on the
and
button.
call the river.
Let's keep it balanced.
Yeah, I was scared.
So the button gets to represent
Checking my wheel.
any type of one card straight on the board and have it more frequently than everybody else. That's a bunch of limps again.
Jason. Yes.
So Liu Ming, we've seen him like to bet these kind of
My name
hands.
is Wan Jing.
The top pair
I know all
with
about you.
medium kickers or bad
I know
kickers.
you.
Guess a medium kicker in this game is
Wan Jing.
pretty weak kicker.
1G.
But there you go, picks it down.
Teacher Wing.
Yeah. Everybody know teacher.
Yes.
24,000 pound profits, just like that.
Crocodile.
Legend.
He's the crocodile.
Crocodile.
Crocodile, yeah. He slammed his cards down whenever. He's like, crocodile to me. It was awesome.
What is
You're
what
talking about
was it?
sharks, I think, you know? And he's like, no shark, crocodile. Top predator.
Alright, Wang Jun limping pretty strong. He's definitely hoping for some action to put his ace queen in.
That reminds me of the video when, like on the Planet Earth TV show, there was a leopard jumping in a crocodile, like, you know, crocodile.
Oh
just
my
in the
god, that
water.
part's
Have you seen it?
crazy. What a beast that thing is.
Yeah.
Just takes him out by the head.
You've seen it as well?
Oh yeah. I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff.
I mean, in my opinion, it's just craziest TV show ever. Like,
It was so good.
just so.
There's
shown in
another
nature.
one on Netflix that's like as good. It's called Our Planet. So good. David Attenborough narrates it. It's legendary.
Yeah, I should. How is it called once again?
What'd you say?
How is it called once again?
Our Planet.
Our Planet. Yeah.
OUR Planet. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's new
I mean,
too, so you can watch it in like 4K.
Yeah, and just in general, when you see an animal's life and how it works, it's kind of a, in a way, showing a human's nature as well.
For sure it is.
我们先是摄影到2点结束，2点结束。
打得错了就行了，
What do we what do we got happening?
对不对？你叫他哎，你叫他错了就行了嘛，错了我们
OK
照打就行了嘛。
对，知道了，知道了。
啊，我们就可以随便一点，不要。
I want to get one of these Triton pens. They're sweet. I said I want to get one of these Triton pins for my jacket when I wear them. Like your Triton pin you have on your lapel. Yeah, I want one.
Get him a pin.
Four-way? Yeah.
I can just see Jason Kuhn getting ready for a big tournament, but just watching leopards eat crocodiles and shark attack stuff and coordinated shark attacks and him just sitting there soaking it all in, doing meditation, going out to play a $1 million buy-in tournament. Right, that's an ace for Jason Kuhn.
Shit.
Two flush draws there. You see the same thing happening here. Were Jason to get raised or get a ton of action here, he would not be happy, but look at that. 8,000 bets. Might just get it done. Wang Jun definitely not in a position where he wants to fold a lot of hands. There's usually, especially for the TV games, there's a set amount of time to play, and he might know the end is near, and that usually
Correct.
will make people gamble a bit if they're on the short stack, or at least get a little bit more impatient. Nothing more annoying than being down a bunch and hearing 10 hands left. The only difference being that normally when people play TV games, it's usually a bit higher than they normally play, but for these guys, this is just another Tuesday, I think. I'm just happy to be along for the ride. Alright, Jason with an overpair. Lots of limp pots right now. People are definitely trapping. There's a second 7, doesn't change anything. Liu Ming, as we've been accustomed to see from him, gonna bet his top pair. Didn't do it on the flop this time. Jason Kuhn fills up. No flush out there. Only loses to 7s. Liu
Good
Ming
hand. Very good hand.
not gonna turn his hand into a bluff, and rightfully so this time.
有7啊，给他打死。
Jack also just gonna win it often enough.
Very good hand.
对啊，有7不是给他打死啊，牌忘了，打得忘了
I think Liu Ming is navigating himself through this game really well.
勾都给他打死，什么都
I
中
mean, he
了。
has 10 Schwen on his left, don't forget that.
Good luck.
Good luck. Fold. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Stuck to my finger, guys. Nobody even saw it. Cool.
Strong.
Worked out. Oh!
双双双双双，1、2、3、4、5、6、8、90。
Get a lesson in manner and counting there.
10。
Nice king.
It's only
Okay.
你让我跟你啊，
shows him a card.
能不能跟？
Oh, Gemba!
There's 25 antes only. I think Liu Ming
干不干？
should not be folding here, probably. It would be a very big win for Wang Jun if he folds. He does fold. Really good speech
That
there.
was strong.
Yeah, showing
That
the
was
ace.
a good bluff.
Showing the ace made Liu Ming fold pretty
Wow,
much.
did you see that, Makita? No, he just had the play of the year. He shoved. He was thinking about it. He shows him an ace. He shows queen 10 and folds, and then he flips over an offsuit 6. Wow, sick. That's a good play. Wow, shark. Shark play.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
I'm going to use that. Not many times you get to put it in with the ace 6 off, but in the spot where you can, I'm going to use it.
I remember there was an episode of some like poker movie when the guy like told that you could put some extra chips in a pot and I'm gonna show you one of two cards, and he had like blockers and a straight or something like this. It was a cool moment.
Pretty strong.
Okay.
June.
Ok, này, go.
No, he's in pot. Oops.
Whoops.
Wow.
Let's look.
You got me with your poker movie story, man.
Oh,
I was
Jason
thinking you were out of the
almost put
hand. You got like 400, right?
Almost flipped up his
Yeah.
hand and called.
And a good knowledge about your hand.
Vâng, lên.
Wow.
Điều mộng, cái bà ạ.
111.
三条公子，bum bum bum。
I mean, there's a limp under the gun
Oh,
with 500,000 pounds. Imagine
Nice,
making a
nice.
mistake there. I mean, you're strong enough with ace
Oh,
queen, but
I was calling you. I wasn't stoked about it, but I was calling.
Showdown.
Okay, run him. Let's see what we got here. All right. Go ahead, deal the flop. Let's go. I had spades.
哪个是
it's like all fun and games. But I
那
had
个房
spades.
间搞的，妈的，我搞得
Yeah.
搞得可惜
I
的。
mean,
他的
it's
童话？
very amicable, very fun, but this is still a 237,000
你俩童
pot.
话？
After all that, something
Yeah,
weird's
well,
happening
well,
on this
no, that is
flop
also the-
for sure.
谁就说的，
Well, just imagine I wake up there with like something like ace queen as well, something
来
spicy.
大块，
Sick.
贴大块我。
Yeah, that spot sucked.
够不够不够？
All right, all right,
Hero.
all right. Got a
Go,
little-
go,
This
go,
short
go,
decks
go.
will probably see a spade on the turn. Mike
Jack
June
of
was just
spades.
enjoying his steak.
Boom! Ay-ya.
Just steal the river. Snap it. Okay.
没花。
I had a straight.
I'm glad you got out of there.
I would have had like a tough decision with queen jack off against this jam.
Uh-huh.
It would have been, yeah, that's still gonna be a fold. Would have been really annoying one.
Could have been so stupid if I just had to put in 400K after that match. I was like, well,
That's the thing, you know, you're cheating, telling the stories, and then all of a sudden there's 1 million points.
yeah, everybody's having a good old time. Next thing you know, you're all in for £1 million. With a hand that's not worth £1 million.
Well, apparently in my mind, ace queen is worth £1 million.
Oh, yes. Suited. We both agree that it was worth $1 million. I just decided I'd trap you for $1 million.
Yeah, Makita losing about $1 million pot with ace queen versus the ace king of Ten Xuan very early in these episodes. A little bit dangerous spot there for Mikita to call along. Wang Jun really going to be looking to shove a lot or
那么重，
fold from this position because he's on the short stack. They both have nines, so this pretty much means GG their hands. Excellent spot for Jason Kuhn, but he doesn't know it yet because there's an ace on the board, of course. Gut shot's very powerful. He has the king of diamonds, so definitely has something going for him on this board. He can only lose to
Teacher, on you.
to a king 10 runouts. There you go. I got there, guys.
够。
just imagine he's like all in or something.
Yeah, that's not a gesture
Yeah,
that
I
makes
thought
it
he was
very
calling. I
clear
was like, holy shit.
of what you want to do.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't want to get rid of it. I was,
So I just don't want to muck your card.
yeah. I was like, no, I think he said call.
The gesture can mean a lot of things indeed. Ten Xuan still on 330,000 pounds profit. We are gonna have more content coming for you guys. It's gonna be a later on. There's gonna be a tournament It's gonna be a YouTube only. It wasn't broadcasted, an extra tournament for you guys to enjoy. I hope you've been liking the content coming out so far. Of course, we're hoping that Triton will make a speedy return. In current world situation, we're just gonna have to see how everything goes
Bet 15,000.
and what's happening. Meanwhile, Tenchman picking up a small one. Even though he lost that 850k pot, I think it showed how fearless he is and how tough to play. He came up with that play pretty much in 20 seconds. Imagine if you don't have the nuts there and you're facing that all in.
Call, call, call. Call. Call.
And just went on the button here. Lots of limps. See what he wants to do with it. Makes it 14 antis, 42,000 pounds.
By the way, speaking of Jack 9 hand, of your like 9-7 hand, do you think it's too strong to be lead jamming, right?
Exactly. It sucks because the jack is dirty
Yeah, I mean,
out.
but the thing is that maybe it's actually benefits quite a lot by open jamming flop because I'm not able to call with ace king.
Ace king, which dominates my straight draw.
Yeah, ace king, like I cannot call 3x spot there.
Yeah, I just think that I gotta have some of them. And other than my sets, that one's pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure, but in the moment I thought it was a little too good. All the other ones are great. But all the other ones are great for the job. Yeah, I mean, it's a victory for you to fold ace king, but gotta have some stuff that's ready to roll when I check.
Yeah.
Against you smart guys, you know, I limp, try to trap you with 40 antes with Jack 10 suited pre. I'm like trying to trap you with 9 high on the flop. I'm trying to
Having all these sneaky moves in
trying to
here.
be protected, man. Too smart for me to just never have it.
That was great to see some insights.
How much?
To what they were thinking there.
Oh, is it?
Less than 30 antis.
No, that's 83.
Honestly, think of
I'll give you
situations like
action.
this.
Let's gamble.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little action.
That's very smart.
Let's
The
go.
way he phrases it, I think
go.
Jason wants to call anyway.
Gamble.
But the way he says
Okay.
it, he's acting like he's action in the game. This is just so smart. This is somebody who plays cash games a lot, who understands everything that goes on in a game like that. I mean, honestly, if this was a slight losing play in
10,
cash
9,
games like
8.
this, you still want to give action here.
Open! Open! I don't feel good for you here, teacher. You're a big dog, buddy.
Ah!
Okay.
How?
59% for Jason. He's already over it.
He told him to just give me the pot on the flop. He goes like this.
Which street did you put in? Free?
Free, yeah. He goes like this.
I mean,
Yes.
you basically almost dead with
So
9.
funny though. He just stands up and goes like this. Jack! Hey,
Alright, 180,000 pots.
Actually, the thing is that like there is queen on a turn, but probably like his check equities doesn't really change much.
No.
So he's having like, oh no, it's actually
he's
9
so
is
funny,
not out.
man.
So like yeah, it's got worse, but
You think about that for a while, Makita. I think the same kind of thing that you saw Jason do there, it's like little things that you see people like Tom Dwan and Andrew Roble do as well. They really understand the social aspect of a game like this and how... I mean, it's fortunate to be able to play in a game like this because there's a very clear divide between pros and VIPs, and everybody knows it, and they talk about the mix, and VIPs decide what happens, and they decide what pros can play, and there's this whole political thing, of course, with these invitational cash games, so just say, okay, let's gamble, I'll give you action, let's go. That's gonna do a lot better for you than saying, oh, I think this is, you know, this is slightly a call, I'm gonna go ahead and call, because then it's like, you don't always have to be so calculated. And I don't know, I think with a lot of things Jason says, it shows that he really understands that aspect. And he respects it as well, which is important. I don't just mean it as in a terms of like, how can I get invited and what can I do, but he just understands that it's also about fun. And Nikita does as well. Did not give a single opposing thought when they said they're not allowed to run more than twice. I mean, he's been playing pots of a million.
Oops.
Not being allowed to run it twice, and he didn't say anything about that. He's been acting faster when he
Powerful
can.
card to show and fold.
It's good to see.
What was the card?
I accidentally flipped over my suited jack. No backdoor.
咱们老把这个黑的当100，知道吧？脑袋里边总是转向。
Last few hands here. Fireworks can happen at any time. That's why this game is so engaging. It's so easy for a pot to get out of hand.
Raise 34.
Bench one raising it up at 10-9. Still gonna see a flop. He has position as well, which is really strong in a game like short deck. When the board changes that much, it's very dynamic. Who the board favors, what position, what favors the pre-flop raiser. Position becomes much more important. Games like pot limit Omaha short deck, it's more important than in no limit hold'em. Nobody hits that flop. And Schwen, as a pre-flop raiser, might be tempted to put out a small bet here. There's barely any straight draws out there, especially straight draws that will call a pre-flop raise. You're just not going to see that many 8-7s, 9-7s, 9-8s. 9-8 suited is definitely a hand that might stick around, but it's going to go for that bet.
Bet 30,000.
Does bet small. Get rid of ST there. Ida. Still good, gonna make the call. Very nice call by Makita. And Ben Schwen should be pretty worried now that his opponent does have an ace. I don't think either of them is giving the other a whole lot of credit for having a 6 here, possibly, since it was raised before the flop. Next one, gonna fire another one at it. Just thinks, you know what? I think you're limp calling pre-flop with ace queen and ace king. I think you're raising those with your stack against me. If jacks is the best hand you could have here, Then good luck, but I'm betting. And he takes it down. Dan Schwen showing exactly why he's so dangerous this episode. Didn't work out for him though. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. My name is Lex Veldhuis. This was a Triton high stakes cash game. Stay tuned for more content on our YouTube channel with tournaments and more things to come. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Over了。
Okay.